There we go. Microphone was off. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are here. We are live, and we are ready to go. And we are picking up exactly where we left off last episode. For those people that missed last week's stream, I am attempting to land on the moon for the very first time with this little probe. So this little probe up here, that's the plan. It's landing on the moon, and this is the sort of the carrier vessel that's going to take it there, and we have it in a low orbit. Oh, let's get rid of all this nonsense. Oh my gosh, I had no idea I had that many satellites. But it is in a low orbit about the Earth, and we need to get it out to the moon. And for those that do not know, or haven't figured it out yet, this is Kerbin Size Real Solar System. It is the Real Solar System mod, but it has been scaled down so that it is in the stock scale, as it were. And what's motivating this particular mission is, well, first of all, I have this moon probes strategy, which is coming from the Strategia mod, which is going to reward me, but also it has all kinds of buffs for doing stuff around the moon while this strategy is active. And I got to finish off this strategy by landing in 3 different biomes. So this is going to be, if all goes well, biome number 1. But I also, along the way, of course, grabbed a bunch of other moon landing ones. First moon landing, get some scientific data from the surface of the moon, land on the moon, the usual stuff like that. And this thing is armed with a whole stack of science, none of which is going right now because I've collected all the science around here. What I need to do is get myself to the moon. So I'm glad so many people have made it to this Wednesday stream. I know I normally do these things on Tuesdays. And just to let you know, and I'll try to remember to remind people again at the end of this, and also I'll do a YouTube post and stuff like that. Next week is going to have to be on a Wednesday as well. I should, after that, be back on my regular Tuesdays. They're all unrelated events that are just coming up and happen to be coming up on Tuesdays. So next week we will be on a Wednesday as well. Also, a little bit of a bonus. I made a post on this about YouTube. Is yesterday, the remastered Riven. And Riven, for those that don't know, is the sequel to Myst. And if you don't know Myst, well, you're not an old man like me. Because the game is freaking old and they're being remastered. But the games are brilliant. And I'm going to be live streaming that Thursday at a very weird time. This is a very last minute thing at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern Daylight Time, which is my time. That's Greenwich Mean Time, 2 p.m., I believe so. And you'll have to figure it out from there. But that's going to be Thursday. I probably won't keep streaming it after that, but I'm very excited about the release, and I want to share it out with people. But why don't we get on? Actually, one final last announcement, as I always do like to welcome aboard my most recent Patreon patrons and YouTube members, just to show in one tiny little way how much I do appreciate everything that they do for me in supporting this channel. So welcome aboard. These are both YouTube members that have joined in the last week. We have Adam Harris and Mateus Richards. So welcome aboard, Adam and Mateus. And of course, thank you very much for your support. And of course, ongoing support of all of my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. All right, let's get this thing to the moon. That is really what's going to be. Oh, no, I do have one last thing, and this is why I have this open. This is related to what's going on here. Well, because this is, I don't know how long actually the orbital period of the moon is now that I'm thinking about it, but it's longer than it is in the stock game. Because it is out much further. It's at an altitude of 36,000 or 36 million meters or 36,000 kilometers. The stock moon is a third of that. So it takes a longer time to get around. It is tidally locked with the Earth, just like the Mun is and just like the real world moon is. And that means its nights are very long. And there's no way this thing will survive the night. So what I'm going to be doing is, if I can, because with all the experiments running, I'm going to shut it down when it gets to dark. So what I'm going to do is, if I turn this to automation, this is a wonderful thing you can do with the Kerbalism mod, and I switch this over to, I'm not going to go to power low, I'm just going to go to sunlight. And when it is in the shadow, so there's no sunlight at all, I want you to turn off, actually, which antenna is which? I'm thinking about it. Does it highlight it? Maybe not worry about the antennas just yet. I'll worry about that a little. But turn off the radiation scan. Turn off the telemetry scan. Turn off the all of this stuff. And when we are back in the sunlight again, I want you to turn all that stuff on. And that way it'll shut down at night, conserve its electrical power, and be ready to greet the day. Okay, let's get ourselves to the moon. Now, one thing that did happen is I did a pretty crappy insertion. Normally, you want to have the plane of this parking orbit to be the same as the plane of the moon, and it's not. I just didn't time it right, so we're just going to have to do our best. Almost certainly I'm going to have to make a correction along the way. So we'll see how this goes. So, a little bit further out. Whoa, what am I? Oh, I just put in a crazy amount of delta V. Not sure what I was thinking about there. About 920 meters per second to get out to the moon here. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, let's do it with the widget tool. I'm better at that. Okay. So get this apoapsis. Actually, this is also a bit of an equatorial orbit, what's the word I'm looking for? Elliptical orbit, as well as being inclined. You can see just how far off I am. Oh my gosh. Should I wait? That might not be a bad idea. Because I think that correction, I didn't budget for any kind of correction, and I'm worried this correction is going to be... Yeah, let's not do that. I'm worried about the value of that correction. So I'm going to take that second node, I'm going to delete it. If I can happen to make my encounter with the moon at the AN or the DN, oh, I'm already starting to see a little bit. Okay. No, this is kind of working. If I went towards where the AN is, or I could have gone to the DN. I went actually to the DN. Now I can see I'm getting a little bit of an encounter. Let's focus this on the moon. Now it's probably, yeah, it's in 22. This must be in the future. It has to be. I think I'm getting a weird... Oh, it's coming around and then it's hitting it on the next go. Not sure I'm a fan of that. Let's push this ahead in orbit. Yeah, I see what's happening. It's going around and it's getting it on the next one. I don't want to do that. But what I am going to do is go to here. Put it right on the DM. Bring that down a little bit. And just see what it's like on the next orbit. We'll hang around Kerbin for a little bit. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, no, it's not that far in the future. Gonna have to wait a couple days. Not a biggie. Where is it? There it is. So when you do a crappy insertion like I just did, that's a way of dealing with that. Okay, let's back to the maneuver. It's going, yeah, if I keep going ahead orbits, it gets better. Much better. Look at that. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, I'm going to keep it. Let's let this get in nice and close. Let's see, can I make it a little... Oh, that... Every time I go backwards in time... Oh, I'm going... Dopey. Bored. Okay. I don't want to be too far in the future. This is 14 days in the future. We can wait a week before we make our burn. There we go. That'll facilitate this much, much, much more cleanly. Okay, so... before I go ahead... So that burn's coming up in 6 days and 4 hours. I should take a quick boo at what's happening with Kerbal construction time. Because maybe what I should do Yeah, I don't have anything being built. What's my tech situation? Yeah, let's do this. In 3 days, I get some new science. I got an idea. I might send up another rocket before we send this guy off. So what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do... What was I going to do? I was going to hit alarm clock. Where's the alarm clock key? There it is. Set an alarm for this burn. Oh, for goodness sakes. Give me, I don't know, 20 minutes warning. Give myself an alarm, and we'll head back to the Space Center. Well, thank you, Alex. I'm glad that you enjoy the content. And John, looking forward to the Riven stream. Yeah, it's sort of weird because it's going to be it is a puzzler. And doing puzzlers live, I mean, clearly it's going to be spoiler central. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what people think. I've got videos on the original Myst game. Well, the remastered Myst game. I also got videos on Abduction, which is another game by the same company. But never a live stream. Anyway, enough about that. We'll talk about that more tomorrow for people that are there. Let's recondition the launch pad. Oh, more science. Gots to love my... I should get some more science. Okay, I got about 162 science. And then I want to get to applied science here. So let's see if there's more science to collect. 162 science. So each of those are 30. These are 85. What's some good stuff? Okay, that's... I'm not... I'm going to kind of stay away, I think, from planes. Oh, battery and solar panel upgrades. That's always a good thing. Oh, the bigger... Look at how... These are big solar panels, not deployable ones. And a heat shield. If I want to start... Oh, no, I got the roly-poly pods. What's up this way? Solid SRBs. It could go that way. What's this? Oh, engine upgrades. Upgrades to the Spider and the Ant. Neat. Heavier rockets. These are upgrades. I like these fuel upgrades. It's kind of like playing with RP1, but RP1 Lite. Like these engine upgrades. I think that's a neat idea. So various engines. That's tempting. What can I afford? No, I can't afford two of these upper ones, but I can't afford a lower one and this one. I'd love to get there. There's finally the FLT 400 tank. If I got that, I wouldn't have to do the stupid tank edits I keep doing with the Mark 1. A lot of little toroidal tanks, little docking ports and stuff. Not quite there yet. Love to get into stations at some point in the game. Lots of little parts here. Okay, what's this one? Oh, that's the Mark 1. I do have the 2-person entry pod. I haven't even used it yet. Oh, navigation lights! Oh my gosh! Just the one, not the stock one. A navigation illuminator. And all kinds of station parts. Look at that. Okay. That might be exciting. And parachutes. Oh, a shower. Okay, I think what I'll do, I think I'm going to stay out of this. I think I'm going to get the battery tech upgrade, better solar panels. I think that's probably a good plan. And I think I am going to go up here and get these SRBs. And I think that means I can't... Oh, no, I can still get something here. Let's finally get those fuel tanks I was looking at. Well, that's an SRB upgrade. This one. You get the FLT 200. You got the slanty. I like those too. Okay. Let's do that. Boom. Now, all those things are going to take some time to research. That's cool. But let's get in. I want to build another. What tech tree is this? This is the Kiwi tech tree. Is the tech tree this is, Peter. Yeah. I actually started this series with... oh, I've already forgotten the tech tree, but I didn't like it. I've been playing with different tech trees just to do different things. I do like the whole upgrade system in Kiwi, but as far as the order of how things unlock, I really like on Kerbal Start. I think that one's my favorite. Okay, so what I want to do, now that I got that new tech unlocked, I want to build a Lunar 3. That's what this is going to be called. Lunar 3. And it's going to be the third rocket to land on the moon. And what I have unlocked, I think, is that return. Maybe it's under command up here, under here. Oh, come on. I thought I got that return capsule thingy, whatever it's called. Like that you can store science in, but it's not this one. Because I want to land Mystery Good, Science Junior. Okay, let's go back. I could have sworn... Sorry. Oh, the CSI tech tree. I think you're right there, Mehmet. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I think that is the one I started with. I like getting little parts early. I'm not a big fan, and this comes from stock. Stock is really bad for this. I think you should build little rockets before you build big rockets. Call me crazy. So I hate that all the little parts are in the middle of the tech tree, and I don't like tech trees that kind of model that. That's why I like Kerbal Start, because it starts you with all of those little parts, little ant engines and the little struts and all that kind of stuff. Why did I come back in here? I just left here, for goodness sakes. This is why I can't. What do I need lights for? I hope that's not a serious question. I am really, really disappointed not having lights so far. You gotta light things up. Things gotta blink. I wanted to go into here. This is what I'm after. And one of these sciences, this guy, the experiment return unit. Is this still being researched? Oh, it is researched. Why is it yellowy? I don't know what that means. It says researched. That's not currently being... Okay, this is what I want. Applied science. Is applied science not done yet? Oh my gosh. Come on. Tech. Applied science is still coming. It's still 2 days away. For goodness sakes. That's why it's not there yet. There we go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Unkerbal Start is great. I really like it. Like, if I was going to, you know, I'm doing Kiwi just to do, what is this? Can't run a temperature scan a second time on Lunar. I don't know what that is. Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Oh, that might get annoying. Okay. I'll ignore it, though. Lunar 3, that's what we got started with. Alright, now this is what I wanted all this time. So this is a little experiment return unit. It has storage space. It also, I'm pretty sure, is also a probe body, if I'm not mistaken. Come here. Yeah, it has unmanned, it has some pilot assists available. Yes, so this is actually a combination probe body and a little return capsule for experiments. And what I really like about it is, of course, its shape. It's really kind of designed to put a little parachute on top and a little heat shield on the bottom. Please tell me I have a little heat shield for it. I do. 0.625 meter heat shield. Oh, it's big. Oh, for stinkies. I need a bigger heat shield. I need the 1.2. I thought this thing was small. Okay. Now we're back to looking at getting more tech again. So I need the bigger heat shield. Oh no, I don't think I have that. Okay, I think I'm going to have to abandon this for now. I need the bigger heat shield. And I don't think I have the bigger heat shield coming. Okay. So subtract 1 for lack of organization. I need... Because there's no way that thing will survive re-entry from the moon without a heat shield. Oh, for goodness sakes. There. Oh, that's a big one. Where's the smaller one? Okay, I'm searching for heat shields. Right here? Okay, it's not that far off. Okay, good. I'm already researching that. That's good. Okay. And when's that going to get researched? Tech. That's going to be ready in just a few hours. Okay. Everything's good. Everything's good. Okay. All right. Third time's a charm. Let's get back in here. Third time's a charm. Now, I should have both that little reentry module. That, and I should also have this. Nope, thermal. It's battery tech. 29 more minutes. I'm too eager. Hello, Jan. Glad you can make it. Too eager. It doesn't help that these load screens are so long. You know, by the time I get this organized enough, battery tech, still 2.5 days away from that Lunar 1 going to the moon thing. Okay, last try. Ah, who am I kidding? Last try. If I've screwed up again, we'll be trying again. But I'm hoping this time is the... Good evening, OB3 Kenobi. I'm glad you could make it. Okay, where are we at? This? Hey! Finally. There we go. And then there. See, so that's the whole idea. You can store all your experiments on this and then return it. So this is for the sampling type of stuff. So what I need now is a decoupler. Took a long time to get there. That's an engine plate. There it is, the TD-12 decoupler. That can go under... Oh, I guess I should put a... That. There, that looks okay too. And to return, I got to think about budget for this now. Because I'm not going to return the whole lander. I'm going to put this guy on the top, and I'm just going to store everything in it. Now I do have to be a little careful because if I store... Here, I actually can see it here. The mystery goo has weight. You got to be a little careful here. So where are we here? Yes, so sample size for the mystery goo is 7.3 kilograms. And the sample size for the Science Junior, I should write that down, 7.3 kilograms. So this thing's going to come back with some samples. I got to factor that in. The sample size for the material study is 32 kilograms. And so that's almost 39.3 kilograms, almost 40 kilograms of stuff it's going to come back with. So I got to factor that in. So let's get one of our little utility weights. We can make this pretty small. Oh, it doesn't matter. And we will put in 40 kilograms. Well, let me put in something as small as that. 40 kilograms. There we go. Okay, and as big as that is, that's now just only 40 kilograms, right? Yep. Okay, so, and we'll throw this away when we're ready to come back, but at least now it's coming back. That's the weight it'll have. And what I need for DV, what do I need for DV? So, the budget is 560 to get from the surface of the moon back up into orbit. I'm going to give myself another 20% on that. 672, sure, 675. I got a calculator. And then the braking orbit from the moon is 240. That should be all this thing needs. So 675 plus 240. Let's call that... Oh, wait, what the heck did I just do there? Let's call it 680. Just to round everything up to the nearest 10. 240. So that's 920. So I want this thing to have 920 meters per second, and then it can get itself back. So let's... I don't think that should be too big. Let's arrange these fuel cans by mass. Like, there's that. Oh, I think already this is going to be way too much DV. It has to be. Yeah. Not as much. Not by a killer amount, though, is it? Yeah, that's still back. So 1295, and again I'm shooting for 920. I'd like this to be as light as possible. Gotta have very healthy thrust to weight. Am I better off getting into some structural bits? Here. Using some good old, like, these guys. And, oh, I don't have really... Shoot. I thought I had some of those radial tanks. I don't. What if I get into Oscar's? This is going to be returning a heftier thing than I think it's going to. Oh, that's 618. What if I throw an Oscar A on top of that? Oh, that's not enough. There's so many different Oscars. The Oscar C. I'm just trying to keep this as small as I can. Okay, how does the DV go down? How the heck does that happen? These Oscars are weird. Okay, again, the stock is giving me... I'm trusting this. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm better off just with doing what I had. Wait, I do have these guys. Nope. I think I'm better off. Throw that, throw that, throw that. Keeping it simple, stupid, right? Keep it simple, stupid, just there. Do that, do that, do that. And what we'll do is we'll just take some of the fuel out of this. Again, 920 should be good. That's 962. Just get over 920. There we go. There, 962. Very healthy thrust to weight. It's... I can't read. It's under the heart. It's the weight of the something causing the DV to go down. I don't know. I'm going to go with this. So this is going to be essentially the rocket. Is it? Does this have any kind of reaction wheels in it? That's a very good point. It probably does not. No, it doesn't. So I need to have some kind of... No, there are no reaction wheels. So what do we got for control? I don't want to put RCS on this thing. I shouldn't need big reaction wheels. Just a small one should be fine. And we're going to need solar and stuff. Wow, that added a lot just there. Maybe I shouldn't mess with bringing this down. And some batteries and some solar. Is this upgradable? This I should up... No, that should be fine. That's not upgradable. Okay. Bum bum. Bum bum. Let's just surround this. Maybe just like that. That looks terrible. No, maybe down here. And these are upgradable? Yep. Yeah, this is turning into a bigger thing than I thought it was going to. That's for sure. And just stick some of these on the side and again upgrade their energy density. Ooh, 100% energy density on the batteries now. They're as good as the ones you get in stock. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Oh, wait, what was the DV on that now? 992. I'm gonna just go with that. Again, 920 is what I budget. Now, again, this isn't the whole lander by any stretch. This is just a part that's going to come back. So this is going to go on top of the lander. You can start to see how... So I'm going to put an engine plate under this. Why is it being funky? Don't be funky. There. Just like that. And again, I took the utility way out, and the engine... Oh no, it went up. It didn't go down, it went up. It's fine. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. And I think I'm going to need to go wider. So what do we got for going wider? Like this kind of a thing. It's very short. That's the shortest one. There. And do I have some 1.25 meter here. Get these by name. Sometimes they're hard to find if you... I have this. So oh, but this is also going to need, oh my gosh, it's going to need the... Nope. I don't know what I'm going to do. No, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. I got to get the Science Juniors and stuff. That's the whole point of this. There is an inline mystery goo that's coming from restock, but I think I might just avoid it. Okay, there's quite a lot of delta V and thrust to weight here. Does this have a control probe? Yes, it does. This is a control probe here. Though I might need something down here now that I'm thinking about it too, because the idea is that this is going to sit on the surface and this bit's going to return home. Whether that's going to work or not. Now I should have a budget for the lower part. It's got to transfer capture, so transfers 920, captures 240. Of course, it really just has to land. No, I think I'm going to go to the Terrier. I think I'm going to stick with, okay, 240. I'm bumbling. Don't worry about me. I'm going to go for 800 for a landing to be very, very generous and nice to me. Okay, so 920 plus 240 plus 800 to land. I'm getting 1960. Just for the lower stage. And I'm already at 1880 with again, a healthy thrust to weight. What if... Is there fuel in that? Yeah, there is. What if I went with another one of those? And I think I'm also going to need... another probe core in here. Because I got me a feeling this isn't going to work if it's not just sitting on the surface already. And that there. So what do we got here? This is 2389. Still okay for TWR. What do I got for landing legs? Not the bestest. Not the bestest. Just these little fellas. Oh, and they don't even stretch. Okay, we'll have to... Don't even stretch down that far. Oh, for goodness sakes, what just happened there? Come here. And we'll kind of just take these two, tuck them in a bit. I got a feeling I'm not done with fuel yet. Okay, so where are we at here? 2349. I wrote 1960, but I'd like to have a little more so that I can deal with the upper part of the orbital insertion too, but that's getting pretty good. This thing's going to be a tough guy to land. I'll watch that. Thank you, obscure reference about the engine. I've not had any trouble with the engine's plates yet. But I will watch out for that. Thank you. I gotta need some communitronings. So there's got to be a communitron. Oh boy, we're okay, just put that there for now. I do have fairings. I don't know if I want to put this in a fairing though. I might just kind of want to push it. Might just push this ugly beast. This guy needs a communication, because eventually these really are going to be two separate crafts, so they each need their own communication. The lower one's going to need electricity. It's going to stick with the aux stats. Battery in there. I'm debating whether I'm going to need I can get the words out. Upgrade the pro. Oh, they're already upgrading to 100% automatically. That's nice to see. Whether I'm going to need some additional reaction wheels. I might just simulate this in orbit just to sort of get a feel for that. And science experiments. Now, actually, let's just take a look at the science experiments just for a little bit, because does this have a config? Oh, this does not have a configure the science. Okay, so configure the science. So we got a telemetry report, 2 hot thermometer. I should also be able to do a Geiger counter, seismic scan, and yeah. So let's get those. I'm noticing I also now have the GravMax Gravioli detector, which is surface friendly. Okay. It takes 90 days to collect it all, so I should probably get one of... Okay, let's just start throwing stuff on here and evaluate. So I want one of them. I want a Geiger counter. The double C seismic accelerometer, and this, and the Geiger counter. That's what I said. Okay, now let's just take a look at the science situation. So just filter by what's on here. So the gravity scan is biome specific on the surface, so I definitely want one of those. Material study I want, mystery goo I want. Radiation scan is biome specific on the surface, okay. Seismic scan is landed biomes. Anything that's, if it's not biome specific, I don't want it, but I think all this stuff is landed biome specific. Temperature scan, surface biome specific, okay. Okay. So we'll turn all of this science on. I'm noticing as well, the mystery goo, or the science junior uses a lot of electricity. So for electrical, I'm going to cover that probably with battery or maybe even a solar cell, but one thing at a time. Right now I just want to see if the solar panels can deal with this. That's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm going to here. I'm producing 1.071 units of electric charge, and that's taking into account the angle they're on and stuff like that. And I'm only consuming 0.21. Now, is that still the same if I lose the top half of it? Yeah, we're still good. So that's good. Antenna speeds I should consider too. So if I take a look again at my science window, do any of them generate a ton of data? Filter by this. Again, I'm ignoring the mystery goo for now. I'm not factoring that in. This is the gravity. Yeah, I'm looking at the long duration ones. 13.28 kilobytes per second, and the Communitron can transmit. Get out of the way, little window. What's the 2.20 kilobytes per second? So you want to make sure you can transmit the long duration ones. So that would be the gravity scan. Radiation scan only takes 8 minutes. That's not a big deal. Seismic scan takes 14 days, but is only 630 bytes per second. And the telemetry report. Okay, I think I'm good just with the Communitron. I hope. We'll find out. Okay, I'm going to stick these experiments in here. And I keep closing that science window and then wanting it again. Let's take a look. Close that. Too many windows. Let's take a look at the material study. This is what I'm talking about. So the material study, under electricity, it should state here, right? There it is. 10.2 units of electric charge per second. And it runs for 10 minutes. I don't think I can cover... I can't cover that with solar panels. And I don't believe I can cover that with batteries either. Like 10.2 electric charge per second times 600 seconds for the 10 minutes. No, 623 seconds. I can do that simple math. Is 6,300 and more. Over 6,000 units of electric charge. There's no way. So we're going to look at... Oh, this is getting bigger by the moment. We're going to look at a fuel cell. Oh my gosh. So here's my happy fuel cell. This is the first time I've used it. And we can configure the fuel cell. There's different configurations. So the hydrogen-oxygen version of the fuel cell, I would have to put this fuel in there to get it to work. It generates 2.4 units of electric charge. Remember, I need over 10. The monoprop version of it is 2.5 units of electric charge. Oh, and that's all I got. So am I reading that right? Does it really need more than 10? 10 units of electric charge per second? You are a nasty, nasty little beastie. So I'm going to need like not more than 4, like 5 of them? I'm not going to Moho, Alex. All I'm hearing is Molo and then go to... No. Oh, that, by the way, there is no Moho, there is no Ilu, there is a Pluto, and there is a Mercury in this game. Fuel cell for the materials bay. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm talking about here. But the fuel cell doesn't generate nearly as much electricity as I was hoping it would. Only generates 2.4 units of electric charge per second, and it requires 10.2 units of electric charge per second. And I haven't even looked at... That's the materials bay, or the materials study. The mystery goo is a further 9.9, so we're looking at over 11 units of electric charge per second. That's a lot of fuel cells. Right? 10.2 plus 0.9, that's 11.1. This thing's getting really big. Units of electric charge per second, and this only produces 2.403. Yeah, I'm gonna need 5 fuel cells. Well, let's see. Maybe I shouldn't count my... So 1. Oops. There we go. Let's go to the mirror symmetry mode here. Do that. There's my 5 hydrogen fuel cells. Now if I go over to my Kerbalism window and put this in the dark, it's... Oh, and I turn this on. That's going to be a key part of this. Turn that on. And turn that on. This is going to last for 7 minutes. And it needs to last for... What was it, 10? Keep closing the window that I shouldn't be closing. Material study. Needs to last for 10 minutes and 23 seconds. So I need enough hydrogen and oxygen to get that done. So what I'm going to do... What do I got for fuel tanks? Okay, I got these little... Oh, they're huge. We'll try with these little minified ones, and we'll see what we can put on here. So, thankfully, I do have the ability to edit these tanks. We're going to take this out. We're going to switch this, and I'm pretty sure... Kerbalism fuel cell hydrogen. I'm pretty sure that puts in hydrogen and oxygen to the appropriate ratios to match this. That's like super. I love that. But now, if I look at this window... Oh, why is it... It's like it's not there. I have hydrogen and oxygen aboard, right? I do. Oh, wait. These aren't on. Is that what it is? Yes. Okay, turn them on. Turn them on. Turn them on. Turn them on. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't need nearly as much as I was worried I did. So now this will last for... This is not counting this. Okay. Hydrogen. I've got 47 minutes of high. If I turn this off, is it counting it? I think I'm looking at this number now. 47 minutes of hydrogen. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to change it to high. Certainly don't want these run. Let's turn them all off again. This is getting complicated. Okay, no, it does count it like that. So turn that on. Now it says 48 minutes. Turn this one on. 47 minutes. Yeah, different fuels do create more energy. Hydrogen, oxygen's the best one. The monoprop fuel cell is the worst one. There's only 2 options that I have. So hydrogen and oxygen are my best option. Why does it... I just feel like... Here, let's throw some of these away. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm in the dark. If I turn this off, okay. I don't think that 10 is right, because I'm seeing here 2.41. I don't think the 10 that I was seeing in that diagram is right. What's it say here? If I go to the Science Junior, electric charge. I think I was reading a number wrong or seeing... Yeah, it's only 2. Oh, for goodness sakes, it's only 2. I only need 1 of these. Oh, for gosh sakes. That's what's confusing me. I only need 1 of these. That makes more sense. I don't know what I was looking at that I needed 10 units of electric. I only need 1 of these. And it needs to run for 10 minutes. Right now, it's going to run for a day. So what I'm going to do... It says I have 48 minutes of hydrogen. Okay. Oh, it's probably it was counting all the batteries and stuff, of course. So let's get this down to I only need 10 minutes of this stuff. So here we go. 14 minutes and 34 seconds. Okay, this isn't nearly as bad as I was worried it was going to be. I was reading a number wrong. Here, where was it? Material study. Here it says 10.2 units of electric charge, but that's a lie. And it needs a scientist? It doesn't need a scientist. I can just run it, right? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but here it's lying to me. It says it needs 10. I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. We're gonna go with this. Okay, so what I need to do is balance all of this nonsense off. I also got to look at. Okay, let's turn that off because we're not running those until we're actually sitting on the surface. Okay, let's turn that off. Fuel cell can go off. We'll run that manually. Boom, 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 boom. What is going on with the staging too? You don't know what you want. This goes... No. That's right. That's right. That's gone. There we go. That makes some sense now. All right. This is saying here 2,232, but I am noticing that it's not counting the top stage for some reason, but I think I'm going to not worry about it. Famous last words, because I'm spending already too much time in the VAB. And what was my budget? 1960. So I'm going to go with this. Let's retract these. Do something with this antenna. Just so it's not clipping through the battery. I don't like that. Okay. Now the balance, I'm sure, is way off. So we got stuff kind of everywhere. So let's see if we can balance this a little bit. So we're definitely got some torque, but I got a lot of heavy stuff. Maybe if I put this here, the fuel cell here. Torque is 0.43. Is this better on this side? Ooh, it is better on that. Is it better over here? Nope, that's worse. So let's try to balance everything a little bit. The goo thing there. You're cute, Alex. Alex B is saying I should do a Moho space station or a Dres space station. Again, no Moho or Dres in this game. I'm not one for doing all kinds of, like, I just don't do that. I don't find it interesting to just sit there. I'm going to put a station around Elu. I honestly don't find that interesting to do. So I don't. That's why I spend like 90% of my time just hacking around Kerbin and the Moon and Mimbus in a stock game. All right, I think I can kind of maybe live with this. That's what I'm thinking. Sure, we'll go with that one. Now I need to actually get this thing there, don't I? So 19. I got to give this a budget. 1960. I just want to get something building and then do that regular one. So I got about 55, 60 meters per second for a whole budget for this rocket. This is going to be my biggest rocket yet. Easy. And I've done such a slapdash way of doing it that I'm not entirely... Oh, I should put some KOS-y pieces on here. Where? KOS. I still only have the little KOS. Oh, wait! Oh, that's not what I want. Nope. Okay. Should I put KOS on the top? Sure. Of course, that might mess up all my DV numbers. What's this say now? Oh, that's not what I want. Ah, come back. Come back to me. Oh, it's probably, if I make that the root part, things might make more sense. Why do I have no... Okay, well, that makes sense here. That's why. $890 once I put the KOS bit on there. And I remember it was supposed to be $920. I'm just... Wait, do I have room for more fuel? Did I do... Oh! Boop, boop. That's fixed. Okay, so that's that. This goes back. Again, check this staging. Gosh, it really doesn't like what I'm doing here. So now it's 21. Okay, so I want a total budget. I said 5560. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I don't know if I have a decoupler this big. TD06. I have the... Oh, I do not have a decoupler. Oh my gosh, this is going to be an ugly, ugly thing. I don't think I have a... I don't have... Oh, I do have... Oh no, that's the little one. This might turn into like your classic KSP. I think I need bigger... You know what? I'm going to put this all on hold. I think I need some bigger tanks and stuff. Your KOS is in the wrong side of the decoupler. Is it? No, it's not. Decoupler's right here. Top decoupler is right there. I mean, I actually could put it... There's no reason for it to be... You're right. I don't need it to be there, do I? I could put it... That goes there. That goes there. Because it doesn't need to come back. There. 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 Okay, give this a boot file. Basic boot. Load software, that's what I want. And this, I can't reduce... No, it's at the lowest sample. I think I need a bigger... I think I need some bigger tanks and stuff. Because I'm up to the 1.875 meter. I don't have those decoupled. I'm going to just say... You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this Lunar 2. No, Lunar 3. Lunar 2's on its way there. And we'll save that. And I'm going to start building this. Just to get something building. And then I'm going to go back. But I think I'm in a bit of trouble here because I just... that's my biggest tank right there. I'm not going to build a whole booster out of those tanks. I don't want to go smaller. Yeah. So I think I'm going to need to launch some bigger rocket engines. This is getting big. It's gotten much bigger than I thought. What weight are we at? Yeah, we're at 6.25 tons. She ain't small, little small boy. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build this. So boom, that should put that into the building queue. Time to make a super heavy. Oh, it's gonna be a tough thing to land. There's no doubt about it. So I think I'm gonna get that guy starting to build. And then I think I'm also going to build... Oh, I know what else I can build. Because I got to do 3 landings. Why don't I just build another one of those Lunar 2s? Yeah, I got to get some bigger motors. I could just forgo, because there's no requirement for me to get... This is all getting big only because of the Science Junior. And all of the requirements it takes to run that thing. But what I could do... is if I open up just another Lunar 2. That's here somewhere. That one. This is the one that's on the way there now. And somebody pointed out to me, and I didn't notice it till after the stream when I was doing some editing, I should use some little smart part here to take care of the staging for me. There we go. Okay. So save that, build that guy too. So I got 2 building bays. So we'll get both of those 2 builds going. Now it's time to get back. Wow, that took way, way longer. But I think I got, and then so we got in the VA, just to show people, I got Lunar 2 being built, which is identical to the one that's in orbit. We got Lunar 3, which is that sort of experimental crap, but I just don't have a booster to lift that yet. In order to satisfy this moon probes, I just got to land in 3 different places. I do not have to... I do not have to bring back the material study. So if this turns out to be too much, this Lunar 3 that I've just been building, then I'll just not do it. That's all. So let's jump to the ship. Actually, let's warp. Close alarm details. Let's just time warp to that maneuver node. And I'll have another Lunar 2 built. It's being built really quick. More science! 81 science now. This is awesome. Okay, jump to ship. Alright, time to go to the moon. So I said it was at the very, very beginning, all this. Did I hit jump to ship? Come on. Okay, so here's our rocket on its way to the moon. I don't need alarm clock anymore. This is the one we started with. And people say, why do I need lights? This is why I need lights. I can barely see that. Okay, let's just check to make sure everything is still fine with this here. So we'll focus our view on the moon, make sure our encounters, sometimes these things can change on you after some time warping, but everything seems okay. Right, back to here. We'll time warp a little closer. Actually, I'm going to F5 this. That can go there. That can go there. Oh, a contract completed. What contract completed? Oh, wow. One of my moon surveys is done. But the multispectral one's taking it. Still, this is... I might put up more of these. This is the biome scan. There's still left to do. Both around Earth and around the moon. The one around Earth is doing really badly. I don't know. I gotta maybe rethink that. But that's gonna be a problem for another day. So I should have a good moon map. We'll take a look at it when we get out there. Anyway. F5. Let's go. These warnings are coming up because of the automation I put on for night and day. It's kind of annoying now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, I should be able to run my maneuver executor. It is a 1 minute and 3 second burn. This makes it life easier. Yeah, oh yeah. You gotta watch those when time warping, especially for interplanetary stuff. They can change on you for sure. Alright. Let's do this. On our way to the moon. And we have... This always starts a little later than the stock one does. So there... Oh, there it goes. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Hopefully it'll all execute this fine. I'm going to do a little bit of physics warping getting this out of the way. So for those that don't know, you hold the Alt key and period. or comma if you want to bring down the warp, get this over with a little quicker. Okay, back to regular speed, and we'll watch this from the moon. Hopefully this will all go well. Reducing throttle here at the end. Hey, that's not bad. I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know, maybe not. I'm way too picky about these things. Let's turn, I gotta be a little careful with ignitions and junk, but there's 29 ignitions on there. I'm gonna turn this thrust limiter down to like, not 0, that's obviously silly, but 0.5. And we'll just kind of do this manual like, so lock it on prograde. I'll get it down around, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, something like that. Hopefully this won't go too quick. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful speed. Beautiful speed. I like this. I have limited ignition, so I don't want to stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So it's much easier just to reduce that throttle limiter a ton. And then just take your time. And then it's just one burn, one ignition. That's great. I am so happy with that. Oh, I should put it back. Okay, and this thing's just setting itself up for solar panel purposes. Let's actually roll it a little. Oops, this is what I want. That, and I don't know why I turned that on. I did it by mistake. There. Get some nice exposure on these guys. Oh, we're in the radiation belts. We're taking radiation damage. Hopefully that won't take too long. Okay. Out to the moon we go. We go. All right. Let's actually just click here and go warp to here. And here comes the moon at us. Another 25 science. That's the low resolution altimetry scan. We have the sight. Oh my gosh. I love the science that happens in the background with Kerbalism. It's just lovely. It's great. Okay. But I don't think this is going to be doing too much till it's actually sitting on the surface. So we are now, yep, in the moon's SOI. Let's just do ourselves a capture. And this one can land anywhere. Actually, wait a second. Don't I have, showing off my KOS, circularize at periapsis? Didn't I have this? Oh, there, it just made the maneuver for me. If you got it, you got to use it. Okay, F5. So what kind of burns is this? A 14-second burn? That should be good. Back to here. Okay, let's go F5 and warp to that maneuver. A hand grenade etched with flags with little CCPs. For those that don't know, the first Impactor, oh my god, I do not know what number this was with the lunar, the Russian lunar probes, because their numbering system just hurts my brain. But the first one that actually made impact with the moon was actually basically exploded and spread, execute maneuver. Spread little metal plaques with CCCP on them all over the moon. Just like went off with a grenade. Which is quite hysterical. One day people will be living on the moon and that will be like a historic sight. Nobody's allowed to go in there and mess with all the stupid little plaques that are all over the place. Though I don't know how far they would have traveled. They might have traveled pretty far. Alright, coming to our burn here to circularize this, and then we should be able to just put her down onto the surface, and I should be able to just land anywhere. Okay. Well, the N1 never worked, Alex, so I'd have to go with the Saturn V. The N1 wins points for audacity, though. All right. Our orbit is 13.3 by 13.5. I'm very happy with that. And we'll line up our solar panels. We'll get ready to drop it. So the idea here, too, is this is the guy that's going to drop. There's still fuel left in this, but that's on purpose because it's going to need to be our impactor, because the seismic scanner needs you to have an impactor in order to collect any science whatsoever. But basically, here, we'll again roll this a bit for the solar panels here. Okay. Again, a nervous F5. So we'll obviously, we're gonna make our lives easier. We're gonna aim for one of these. People, is it? Oh wait, I can delete this. I always said mare, but of course, then somebody was telling me, no, that's what a horse is. It's mare or whatever. But I think I've heard people say mare, like NASA people. I don't know. So we're gonna aim for right around here, one of these C's. You know, I don't know. It's one of the eyeballs in the Man of the Moon, probably. It's funny when you get close to the moon how it doesn't look like the Man on the Moon anymore at all. So we'll get to about quarter of an orbit ahead of it. That's pretty close. I think I overbuilt this, he says with some trepidation. Okay, so we're in a bit of the dark here. Now, both of these have probe bodies. Both of these should work completely on their own. So we're going to decouple this. Oh my gosh, that went with some vigor. I should have turned that down. Put this onto the retrograde vector. Turn on our two little ant engines that are down here at the bottom. Okay, that's just making a funny noise when I hit the spacebar. Okay, that worked. They did not activate with the spacebar, but they seem to be activating this way. I have 843 meters per second. I think I should be good. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, can I not get trajectories to predict for me a landing spot? I think I do. Okay, let's just burn retrograde right now. See what we get. I think trajectories will give me, though it's not too hard on the moon because the moon rotates pretty slow. Pretty slowly. No, I do not see that. So let's open this. There. What am I missing? Yeah, I always thought it put a red X on here. Oh wait, maybe that's a. I might be on the whole wrong thing. Ah ha ha! There it is. That's what I want. Yep, that little X. Nice. Okay, I got a lot there, so why don't we just burn a little further? That should be good. Nice. I don't have to land on the X, but I like the X. Get rid of you. Oh, that's not what I want. There. Okay, gear on. View to free. That keeps the surface below us. I'm going to roll this so the blue is up, because I always like that. It's better overbuilt than underbuilt. I've gotten a little more like that. I used to be the king of let's build right to the margins on everything, and I've gotten better, mostly through doing tutorial videos. Oh, it won't let me time warp any faster. Mostly doing tutorial videos have gotten me much better at not being so stingy all the time and just throwing in that little bit of extra fuel. It doesn't hurt. Now, where are we? I want to find a nice flat-ish area. Again, I'll probably just kill my velocity around here somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. A time to impact would be good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta learn. Okay, let's take the time warp off. We got time. We got time. Let's go to here. Okay. We got time as we fall. Let's open up Kerbal Engineer. You're right. There's all kinds of stuff here. Let's see. If I open up my second HUD, there is surface. I do have to watch myself here. Oh, horizontal speed is great to know what that is. Your biome, that's okay. I guess I couldn't put the biome there. The slope that's right below you is not a bad thing to know. I do have to watch under miscellaneous. Let's find that separator. Oh shoot. I didn't mean to do that. That's good. And let's add another separator and push that one up too. Okay, I'd love to get, yeah, time to impact is nice. And you can also get that, maybe it's under vessel? Suicide burn distance is great to know. I think I need to pay attention to what I'm doing, though. Yeah, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. I'm getting nervous. Where are we? Oh, we're not even close yet. The suicide burn distance is nice. If your distance above the surface is more than the suicide, more than the suicide burn distance, then you're in a lot of trouble. Let's try this one more time. We're looking for impact, right? Not that I'll be doing a true suicide burn. Okay, one again. Surface? Body? This is just information about the actual body you're orbiting. I would have thought it would have been under surface. Impact time! Ta-da! There we go. We found it. Alright. How are we doing? So we're going to be impacting in 4 minutes and 24 seconds. But we'll be slowing down before that, so. Alright, I'm starting to see some nicer terrain. Again, I got so much DV. I think I'm going to be... I can afford being... We are over Oceanus Procellarum. I'm terrible. You can tell I never took Latin in school. Okay. I feel like I'm going really fast. So I'm going to maybe here-ish. It's definitely looking much flatter, which I like. Okay, let's just start killing. Not going to go for any kind of real suicide-y type of burn here. It's going to kill velocity, try and drop straight down. I got lots of fuel. At least I think I do. This is my first time landing, powered landing with this modded, with Kerbalism's real solar system. So I'm assuming it's very similar to that it would be with the regular moon. Killing velocity. Yes, we are. Luna 2, the failures were not numbered. Ah. Yes. That was what, yeah. Okay, so I'm just pushing this prograde vector right up to the top. I'm just going to drop straight down. I'm not doing anything fancy. Just doing this the easiest way possible. I got to be a little careful not to use up all my ignitions. Okay, there we go. We're right like that. Still 72 ignitions. We're fine. Okay, so I got all the fuel in the world. We're 700 meters from the surface. I do not see any kind of shadow. That'd be nice. Let's just slow down a bit. Oh, I see my shadow. Sun's very overhead. Just should put cap lock on too. Slow down. Oh, we got a little bit of upness there. We're fine. We're fine. Beautiful. We're down. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay, so we got our first moon landing contract. That is done. We got this land on the moon contract. That is done. We still got some scientific data to do. Now, did it green out one of these? Yes, we landed in Oceanus. I'm not going to pronounce that again. So we got to land in 2 more of those biomes. But we do got to do the rest, cover some science. So let's turn stuff on. So we're going to turn on... Oh, let's turn this on to the devices themselves. So radiation scan, telemetry report, and the seismic scan. The seismic scan is active for 14 days, but these other ones go pretty quick. And once one of them's done transmitting, we should be getting our thing. Okay. So there goes our telemetry report, and it doesn't count until, whoa, we got a little bit of a physics bump, until the actual stuff has been transmitted. So you need to transmit all of the science in order, I think, to satisfy this contract. Let's time warp a little more here. We got the temperature scan. That is now gone. Almost. Okay. Transmitting stuff away, and we got 4 minutes left on the radiation scan, and then we're got to do an impact. We has to do an impact. I'm surprised this hasn't gone yet. I guess we're still probably waiting on data you had to transmit. I just want to get this contract done. Oh, there it goes. Whatever. Oh, that was the temperature scan that finally clicked that one off. Okay, so we've done everything as far as contracts go. This stuff will continue to transmit in the background. I don't have to stick around. So we do have our seismic scanner active. I do want to check on my automation, make sure this will turn off when it gets to nighttime. So when I'm in the shadow... Oh. Okay, I guess it got confused. So when I'm in the shadow, I want everything off, including the antenna. I want to try and use no electricity. I'm not sure it'll do that. And then when I'm in the sunlight, I want to turn everything on. I should take care of all that. All right, let's get up to... There's a big old rock right there. Let's get to our... Oh, shoot. And it's not a lander. I hate that. It's a probe. You're not a probe. You're a lander. Game should know as soon as you put on landing legs, you're a lander. Rename vessel. You're a lander. Right there. There we go. Okay. So we'll find our nuts. Oh, I think it's a lander. There it is. So there's our other Lunar 2. Oh, does that mean it has a dumb name? Sorry. This kind of stuff drives me crazy when I see it later. Rename it again. Yes. Lunar 2. Done. That's it. Accept. Switch to them. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a... Yeah, it will... Yeah, Kerbal Engineer does predict your landing spot on an airless world, which is really nice. The moon rotates so slowly, I don't think it's that hard to figure. But for something that's rotating a little more quickly, it's nice to see. Okay, so this is simply going to be destroyed. And so what I have learned is the closer you are to here, like to the actual seismic scanner, and the harder you hit, the better. I'm not sure that quite jibes with reality, because I think sometimes you want to set up seismic waves that travel through the body. That's how you study what's going on inside. But I think what I'm going to do, let's come like this, put this on retrograde, and just simply punch this. Wow, that went... no one actually hit it, of course. Let's see how that works. So... did a Tylo rover. I've never done a Tylo rover landing. I've landed on all the bodies. I ended up doing that at some point. Probably go in frontwards. I just hope this thing doesn't end up, you know, doing a bounce or something like that. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of seismic scanning out of this. That's the hope. And I'm looking at the time. We'll definitely get that other Lunar thing up. So somewhere down there is our lander. We should see a waypoint or something at some point, should we not? Oh, it's not letting me time warp anymore. I just set Lunar 2 as a target. I'm a little surprised we're not... How far away is it? Going right over it. I'm just wondering why... Oh, there it is. I just had that F4. Okay, so there it is. We're going right over it there. Missing it by a little bit. But hopefully this will give us some seismic science here, as we're coming in at almost 490 meters per second. See how this works. Wow. Are we going to get it? There we go. A little poof. Oh, we got some noises. That's what I want to hear. And seismic data. Did we get anything? I hope I didn't do something wrong. Close that. Let's go to the other one. I know I've screwed this up in the past. how this seismic thing works. What on earth? Where am I? I selected Lunar 2. I'm on some random asteroid. Okay, let's try this again. Lunar 2. Go there. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. It's like, I'm going to take you to a random asteroid out in orbit about the sun. So that was supposed to crash, but I was supposed to get some science out of the deal, but I'm a little worried. What? I see 0.4 science? There's science here, and it's transmitting it. I see 0.4 of 50. That, oh my gosh, that can't be right. Let's turn that off. Sorry, just give me a moment. If I open up my science thing, that's what I want. My seismic scan on the moon. I got 0.4 of 53.6. Oh my gosh. There's got to be something better to do. That can't be. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be far away. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. Okay, I'm going to have to do some Googling and try to figure that out. I did get a little teeny tiny bit of science, but definitely did not get very much. Okay, let's... I also wanted to look at my SCANsat maps and see how they're doing. So this is my biomap of the Earth, which is doing very badly. Not impressed by that. I have an altimetry scan of the Earth, which is looking a little better. But I also should have the same thing for the moon. Is it going to switch there? Oh, yeah, it's going. Look at that! How come the moon works so well? So that's my altimetry scan of the moon. My scanners above Kerbin must, or over the Earth, must be crap. And there's my biome. That's not a biome scan. It's a slope scan. Biome scan. That's interesting. That's weird, the missing bits. I've never seen that pattern before. That's really interesting. Nice. Nice detail. Okay. So the science was a bust, but I did get... I got a bunch of milestones. And some contracts. Okay. Let's get back to the KSC. Oh, if I time warp a bit, I'll start seeing the seismic data increase over time. Really? Is that true? I don't think I will. So I think it's done. I think it's just a one-off. Oh, it is 0.5. Okay, it is increasing over time. Okay. It was 0.4, now it's 0.5, now it's 0.6. Okay. Something happy's happened. Was the impact then not necessary at all? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I did that impact for no reason. Oh, dear. All right, let's launch ourselves another one of those. See, I thought you just get a chunk of seismic data on the impact. That's the way I would have thought it worked, but clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. So there is more science coming. I don't know, maybe I didn't have to do the impactor. It's weird. Okay, so Moon Probe, I can ignore that. Let's take a quick look at contracts. Should see, because we just finished off a bunch. I like getting them in groups like this. So bases and stations. Scan for a suitable location for a base. That's very premature. Comm relays, we're not doing it. Deploy. Gather surface deploy mystery goo observations from the surface. I got to put Kerb. I've barely gotten Kerbals in space. That's going to be the next step after this moon probe thing. Do a crewed landing on the moon. Yeah, that'll come. What's this engineering school? Oh my god, bring somebody to Lunar 2 and have them fix it. I love this. I love this idea, but that'll have to be for later. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not going to do any Cape Plane stuff. What's this? First docking. Yeah, this is... Yeah. Oh, a moon rover? That'd be fun. Maybe that should be something to grab. I don't even know if I have wheels yet. I should probably check. Land on the moon and come back to Earth. Oh, yeah, I'm in the process of thinking about that right now. We got a Venus flyby. I'm just grabbing ones as I'm thinking of them. Yeah, put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days will come. I got a bunch of rescues. Gather data from the surface of the moon's highlands. See, these are the ones I'm looking for. So this will give me a target for my next lander. Bring a stone back with you. I need a Kerbal to do that. I'm not going to worry about positioning stuff. Nope. Not going to scan other things. Strategia, we're already working on that. And Touring Plus. No. Okay. Cool. All right. What I want to do. I want to open up this. Get in the VAB. I want to edit. Oh! Lunar 2's already done. I want to edit it. Edit it. Because I want to put that gravity scanner McJob on it. Yeah, the patterns for the scanning do change depending on the orbit. Maybe I just need to change the orbit of my Kerbin scanner. I don't know. But I've never seen that pattern I saw there. That was very, very interesting. Okay, so this is an identical one to the one you just saw. But what I want to do is, what it doesn't have is the gravioli detector. That was a new science experiment that unlocked since this thing was built. So where can I stick you? Maybe here. The gravioli detector, and I'm going to turn it on. And I don't think the electrical demands from that are particularly high. Let's hope. I just know it takes a long time. This is the gravity scan. No, very small electrical demands. So it should be fine just like that. So what I'm going to do, save these edits. Here we go. There. Save these edits. So we'll just make that one change of putting that next one on there. I'll need a faster antenna. What do I need the faster antenna for? Oh, for the seismic scan? I'm losing track of where we're at. So in the VAB, Lunar 2. Oh, Lunar 2 is going to take a while. Oh, look at the science! Sorry. I'm getting distracted. This is the problem. I need bigger motors. Bigger motors. Bigger motors. I got 199 science. So there are some bigger motors for 85 science. But I also need some bigger tanks. I think those are huge, aren't they? Those are huge tanks. Oh, I also need a bigger decoupler, too. Okay, so one thing at a time. Those are big orbital motors. It's really the lifting motors I need. Stack separator. Oh, the TD-12 decoupler. I need that. That's the 1.875 meter decoupler. So we'll just get that going now. And advanced fuel systems. This looks right. The Rockomax parts. And these are the... Yes. I can get that going. And then I'll have to get some more science. Oh, that's 150? Oh my gosh. I think I'm probably better off down this road. Start to get some of these engines going. This tech tree is really stingy on the fuel tanks. That's what I'm finding. It's the bigger fuel tanks it just doesn't want to give you. This is the node I really need right here. Yeah. Oh, I got this bigger tank. Okay, there are some bigger ones here now. Okay, let's... It could be that. Nathan's saying that the moon survey pattern could be the fact that the thing is shutting down at night. That is, I think, very possible. All right, back to here. I do have some upgrades available. I got 7 upgrade points. Every time you unlock new tech, or start the researching of new tech, you get some unlock points. So let's put one of those into research. So into R&D. That cuts this in half. And then we'll go to the vehicle assembly building. And let's see. Lunar 2 is in VAB. There it is. I want to just get a primary bay really going more quickly. It's taking a long time just because of the, I think, that gravioli detector. warp to that. More science. Let's edit the Lunar 3. I'm sorry, I'm being asked, is it possible to use physics to measure something? For example, Kerbin's diameter or the distance to the moon? 100% you can use physics to measure those things. It was done on Earth centuries and centuries ago. So you could just use a lot of those same techniques. Of course, it's all in-game, so I'm not quite sure why you'd want to. Do I have that bigger decoupler yet? I don't know if I do. Yeah, until I get the bigger decoupler, I don't think there's a point to that. So we'll just save this. Let's just exit, cancel edits. Let's just build the other one. All the people that are expecting in this series for me to go to Mars or Ceres or Venus or whatever, you got to temper those expectations for a while yet. We've barely gotten Kerbals into orbit. So that's just going to be what it is. I think my emphasis after this is going to be building up, once I get these lunar ones done, is going to be around space stations. I'm renaming this one. It's now Lunar 4. Roll it. Yeah, as far as the size of the Earth, that was done, like, look up, what was his name? Aristophanes. Don't ask me to spell it. Though it's very likely he's not the first one to have done it, but it's the first recording of someone who says at least how to do it. A method for measuring the circumference of the Earth. And the ancients knew things like distance to the moon and stuff like that. You can start to figure that stuff up from solar eclipses. I'm not sure, actually, whether the eclipses lighting is done right in order for us to be able to do those kind of things, though. Not convinced you can. Okay, this guy just needs to go to the moon. That's what we're doing. Oh, of course, it is a giant schmaz. Okay, and I'm going to try and get to the moon better. Now, if I go back to target selection, select celestial bodies, select the moon. F5. I'm debating whether... See, I got a time to... Let's do an F5 in case I need to come back. I have a time to the relative ascending node and a time to the relative descending node. And I know in the stock game that can really help you get this stuff. I don't know if this gets me in the right vicinity to do... Oh, maybe it does. You want to launch when you're right underneath the moon's orbit. Look at that. I think this is working really well. I'm going to launch, about 2 minutes ahead. So I'm about 2 minutes of the relative ascending node with the moon. Let's see if this works better than my eyeball. So we're just going to run our orbit script. Let's see how this does. And this has all to do with the fact that the moon is in an inclined orbit. Somebody's pointed out to me as well that in reality, the moon's orbit is not really that inclined. It's really the fact that the Earth is tilted over at a jaunty angle that creates this huge inclination with the moon. But limitations in the game force them to deal with it in this way. It's a correct angle, though. That's the whole thing. See, but you can see that the Earth is actually perfectly straight up and down with the North Pole at the very top. That's really what should be tilted, but I don't think it can be. But anyway, as we are aiming straight towards the east, but because we're at a latitude of about 28 degrees, we're going to be coming down into an inclined orbit towards the equator. That should hopefully come pretty nicely aligned. We'll see how this works. This is the first time I've done it with numbers and not just with my eyeball. Alright, put that on info there. It is reducing throttle a little bit. It is. It should just take care of itself. Yeah, oh yeah, the ancient mathematicians, Greeks, they knew. The Egyptians probably knew as well how to calculate size of the Earth and things like that. That's why it's always so funny when people say things like Columbus proved the Earth was round. And it's like, no, he didn't. They knew that for a long time. I mean, everybody knew that. Seems to be people now who don't know that, but back then, any kind of educated person would have known that. Of course, that's the key word, isn't it? Being educated. Steer to keep the relative inclination to near zero. Unfortunately, that's a good idea. Here's my relative inclination there. You can see that it's climbing, though it is only... like, it's still less than a degree. Unfortunately, I have given up all steering control to my KOS script. But maybe that's something to build into the KOS script. To keep this relative inclination near, as close as it can to zero. Now, I don't know if you can actually get it to zero. Because spherical stuff is hard. Alright. I see 28 likes on the streams, by the way. 27. But thanks for the shouting outs. That helps. I appreciate it. Okay, so the fairing's deployed. And we're about to lose this little stage here. Not the little stage, the whole big stage. Boom, there it goes. And I have no engine cut off. Oh, we happened to hit 80 kilometers right at the same time. Okay. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to actually abort the program. Oh, shoot. Don't do that. Okay, we're a little over. That's okay. That's funny. Let's do that and lock it to prograde. It's like staged and cut the engine, and I thought something went wrong, but it was all because we hit 80 kilometers on our apoapsis right at that time. Okay, we're in space. Let's open that stuff up. Let's run our circ at apo. Okay. Here, I'm going to do an F5, and I'm going to try and see if I can run my maneuver executor. For whatever reason, it just seems to botch this bit, and I'm not quite sure why. Let's extend that antenna too. And actually, while I'm at it, turn on all this experiments. There's nothing to come from the telemetry report, but the gravity scan... Oh, the gravity scan is running. Good. Okay. So this is an identical one to the previous one we just landed, except this one's got the GravMax negative gravioli detector for what it's worth. What I should do is build some probes to just stick a bunch of these in orbit around Kerbin and around the moon, because it takes 90 days to collect all the science. But of course, You put up 2 probes and it collects it twice as fast. You put up 3 probes and it collects it 3 times as fast. So I think that's probably a good thing to do. Let's see. Is this going to cut throttle right? Happy days. All right. That's a nice orbit. I'm happy with that. Line. So I'm actually looking at this now. We'll get this into the sunshine. But it's sort of funny. Oh, how did I do with the moon? My relative inclination to the moon is less than a degree. I am super happy with that. And even the difference might be the fact, yeah, I got to time it like perfectly. Okay. That's how you get the moon. Look at that. That's lovely. That is awesome. I am so excited. Let's warp this thing into the sun. Close that. We'll get some good exposure on those panels once again. Oh, this is still not extend. Extend you. Come on, where's that antenna? Thought I had that on an action group, but obviously not. All right, and it's looking like I am ending this stream in the same place I started the stream, with an identical craft to this one, sitting in orbit about the Earth, but in a much better position for getting itself out to the moon. We got to take it to the moon. We got to land it in a new biome. That will be the second biome of 3 that I need to do for that moon probes contract pack. And then one way or another, we'll get a third one up there. I might just resort to sending another one of these. I mean, that's going to be the simplest thing to do. But might send, if I can get the right tech to build a decent booster, maybe I'll end up sending that one that can take, you know, bring back the material study and that kind of stuff. But all that's going to have to be for the future. Don't forget tomorrow, if you want to see something that's not KSP, I am going to be doing a stream of Riven, the remastered Riven, which was just released yesterday. That's going to be tomorrow. For me, it's going to be in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Obviously, that's going to be different for different people, depending on where it is that you live. But that's going to be tomorrow. Next week's stream, Kerbal-sized real solar system, is going to be again on Wednesday, and then I'm hoping to get back to my regular routine of doing them on Tuesdays. But until then, thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, and always, a very, very special thank you to my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Have yourselves a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.